We got back today. It is back, rear delts, and some traps. So a little bit of full upper back is going to be the main target. All right, so we're starting with some lat pull down variants. But we're leaning back just a little bit more than normal because I'm trying to hit some more upper back trap activation. So normally in a lat pull down variant, I'm going to be pretty vertical, pulling straight down from the elbows to the hips. But in this one, I'm kind of getting a little bit of a back lean and pulling more towards my collarbone. Morning. So that's a good explanation for why you need to focus on form based on the movement you're doing. Because like that's a lat pull down, but you can target multiple muscle groups, different areas of your back with the same movement, just depending on how you angle your hips. Like literally just leaning back more is gonna give you more trap rear delt activation. So that's set number 2. We'll probably do 2 more there. So this is possibly my favorite rear delt trap exercise of all time. Actually, I think it is. I don't think there's really any competition. So Smith machine, chest supported upright rows. Now the chest support isn't anything like for a crazy lean. I mean, I would say my forward tilt is probably about here or so, and we're pulling directly up with the elbow. So the goal is to activate the rear delts more than anything, and then you'll get a little bit of trap activation there towards the top. But ideally, your trap should stay relatively extended. I'm gonna pull with the rear delts and then finish with the traps. So it's rear delt, then trap, rear delt, then trap, right? And it's more of a out front lift. So it's kind of positioned out in front of your body. So the bench is a little bit behind the bar. And then we're keeping our elbows up and up front. So see, I'm not pulling my elbows back like this. I'm keeping elbows forward, parallel, eyes down, pulling the bar to my forehead. That was a little heavy. This is decent. So we got a little superset with the Smith machine upright rows. We're kind of doing a reverse grip, underhand grip, row shrug, more or less. So we're going underhand grip, right outside shoulder width, pulling the elbows back and up. So this is kind of going to be the opposing movement to the rear delt upright row. Because that rear delt upright row, you're pulling up with your wrist over. And this one, you're pulling back with your wrist under. So you're kind of just completing that full contraction for the traps, rhomboids, upper back. All right, top set. traps are on fire. Rear delt flies. Now, one thing about rear delt flies, I commonly see people messing them up. So you gotta understand, your rear delt is one of the smallest muscle groups on your body. It looks big, but it's a very, very small muscle. And it doesn't require a whole lot of weight. It doesn't require a whole lot of force to get it to grow. And it requires the right activation and the right form more than anything if you truly want to grow some good rear delts, right? So if I go here and I lift like this, yeah, I'm going to get some rear delt activation, but I'm also going to get some front delt activation just because of the way my hands are turned. So if I go opposite, I go pinkies out, I lead with my pinkies, you're gonna have a more restricted range of motion. You can't go up quite as high, but why? Because that's where your rear delt finishes the contraction. So here, this is like 90% rear delt activity. And I can't go up high enough because that's where my rear delt reaches full contraction. Oh. 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 And that's a decent rear delt fly. Mic check. Mic check, mic check. So, I don't know if it's obvious to you guys or not, but my rear delts and traps, you know, they're relatively decent, relatively far along. So, rear delt and trap days, that's why I usually don't have like an isolated upper back day as much, because my upper back's already pretty well developed. Oh man, that's where I'm gonna finish it. Right there. That's good stuff.